Alright, welcome back to another art vlog, guys. Today we're going to be going over, art. More art, stories. I'm just going to take you through some of the stuff that I did throughout the week, and we'll go over some of the projects, some of the experiences, and artistic advice for you other artists out there. So yeah, let's get into it.
So we start off the vlog on Sunday when I went with my family to visit my grandfather. We went to my grandpa's favorite fishing spot to hang out for the day. It's nice spending time with my grandpa, as I don't really see him often these days, especially with how much I'm working. He shows the most love out of all of my family members. He's a great listener and impacted my childhood greatly.
Get the old man moving.
Yeah.
As a kid, I was really interested in history and what happened before I was born. And he told me a lot of insightful stories about his life and just things that happened before I was born. And that really sparked something in my imagination. After that, we went to an Amish farm, and I got to look at some pretty cool animals that I don't usually get to see, and got to get a glimpse into a different way of life that I'm not really accustomed to. See, you hold a little grass out like this, and it interests them. They're usually really scared of you, but if you give them something that looks like something they could eat, they'll take it. Oh, hey buddy, what's up? Hi. What you guys up to this fine day? Hello. You seem nice. Oh. This week, I worked on a ton of different paintings, illustrations, and shirt designs. One of the main things that I focus on and preach on this channel and on TikTok is the creative process. A lot of people focus on the technical skills and abilities needed to be an artist, but I don't know. I find that the creative process is a lot more interesting. It's a lot easier to talk about technical skills because it's a very step-by-step process where you don't really need to use your brain that much. I mean, obviously you do, but it's laid out for you. I could give you instructions on how to draw a tree or how to shade a character. But when it comes to the creative process, it's a lot more difficult because it's not a step-by-step thing that you can really take into consideration. It's about listening to your mind and following the paths that your mind takes you down. I don't know though. I talk about the creative process enough on this channel. There's a lot more when it comes to being an artist outside of the creative and technical process. Especially in today's age, you have to know how to brand yourself and how to market your work online. I mean, back in the day, you gained notoriety through word of mouth, or maybe you had some wealthy patron or whatever it was. Now it's all about the views and shares that really drive your worth. Worth is also an important thing as an artist. I mean, it can be tricky to figure out your own worth. I mean, first, you should have your own self-worth. The value that you give yourself should be higher than what anyone else values you at. I've made the mistake of not valuing myself enough, which I've learned opens the door to be taken advantage of. If you don't value yourself enough, then you'll find yourself more dissatisfied with every move you make because you feel bad for the people who value you, but you also feel bad for yourself for not being worthy enough. Most artists think more emotionally, but no matter who you are, it is really important that you understand your life is worth something. I mean, there's been times where I felt like not existing, but then I remember that this place we are in now is a lot more interesting than just nothing. And this is the only time I'll have in this body. I'd rather see where this all takes me than quitting entirely. Outside of self-worth, you also have to gauge what you're worth to your audience. There are people who will leave nice comments and encourage you. That means that you're worth something to them. Those people give me motivation and energy to keep pushing harder, as now I know my work impacts people outside of my life in a positive way. Earlier when I said people used to gain most of their notoriety through word of mouth, that system of spreading information still obviously exists today. It's a very powerful form of gaining attention, probably the most powerful out of all of them. And when you're valued highly by your audience, more people will hear about you through word of mouth. Then your value as a person and your work will go up, and ultimately you'll be a better artist and just a better person all around.
Sometimes after a long day of drawing, I like to just go out and do a bunch of nothing. Now, when I say nothing, it's not the kind of nothing that you might be thinking of. If your version of nothing is just laying in bed all day, watching anime and eating Doritos, That's not the kind of nothing I'm talking about. That's just racing to death, basically. The kind of nothing I'm talking about is going out and putting yourself in a completely new environment, like what I'm doing right now. We're out here in nature just taking in this new world. If you just sit in your room all day, you know everything that goes on in your room. You know everything that's there. So there's nothing new that's spawning in your head that's going to create new ideas and get creative juices flowing. But if you're out somewhere like this, what your head is taking in all new information. It's taking in all new things for you to process. And because of that, you're going to come up with a lot of ideas that maybe you would have never came up with if you just sat in your room all day. You know what kills creativity? Doing the same thing every day. But if you're doing something a little bit different, something to get your mind active, that's kind of what you need, especially as an artist. You can't just be sitting in the same place every single day doing the same exact thing. You got to go experience some stuff. So, yeah, that's why we're out here. Look at the details just on these leaves here. Like, you just keep on zooming in forever. And there's just lines on lines on lines. It's actually insane if you really look closely. Because, you know, there's a giant world out here, but there's also a really, really giant world if you look up close. Alright, so we came all the way to this art museum here. This is actually one of my favorite art museums in the city that I live in. But the thing that sucks is that for some reason it's randomly closed on a Tuesday. So, like, we're just here. We have to just work with the art that's available, but we can't take a look at the amazing galleries that they usually have on display. So we're just trying to make things work right now, I guess. Only $3? Yeah, I gotta get this. Yeah. Yup. Alright.
Whoa, what the fuck? When did you learn to do that?
I learned it back in the day. Back in '84. Well, guys, that's the end of the art vlog. And make sure to stay healthy, drink your water, and also don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to get this channel to like 10K or something like that. But either way, I appreciate your guys' support. Check out the link in the description if you want to support in any way. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. Peace out.